Dear students, welcome to my class. I hope you all remember the various activities that you took part, like cleaning the surrounding of your school and locality, where you all collected fallen leaves, where you all cleaned the market areas, collected litter from various places under the Swachh Bharat Abhiyan program. Yes, indeed, you all are doing a great job being a responsible citizen. And today we are going to study related to this the last chapter of class 6 science NCERT book, chapter number 16. The name of the chapter is Garbage In, Garbage Out. In this lesson we will learn about the garbage, its sources and its harmful effects on us and other animals. We will also learn about the disposal method of garbage. At the end of this lesson, you will be able to define garbage, differentiate between biodegradable and non-biodegradable waste, explain the process of vermicomposting, understand the ways of reducing waste. Our daily activities give rise to a large variety of waste arising from different sources. Garbage are the waste items which are unwanted materials. Let's say if you are sharpening a pencil like this, see, we are generating a garbage. So this is a simple demonstration of generation of garbage in the classroom. Similarly, we are eating some food product. Say we are peeling potato, fruits, etc. We are creating waste in some form. Similarly, you have read today's newspaper. And tomorrow again, you would be receiving a new newspaper. So every day, you read a new paper. You are creating some sort of waste. So, all these are some of the day-to-day activities that we generate one or other kind of garbage. More example can be household rubbish, toys, plastic bottles, broken plates, rubber tubes, tires of vehicles, sewage sludge, waste from manufacturing activities, packaging item, rusted nails, old televisions, mobile phone, discarded cars, other garden waste, oil container, etc. So let's study about the sources of waste. There are different sources of waste. We can say from kitchen, from agriculture, from school, from industrial, from surrounding. From kitchen we get vegetable and fruit peels, groundnut, dry fruit cells, polythene, disposable utensils, leftover food, used tea leaves, etc. From agriculture we get stem left after harvesting, husks of seed, dried plants. From school, used paper, aluminum foil, wrapper, polythene, etc. all generated. Industrial area, from here we get solid waste. From surrounding we get dried leaves, dead animals, dried excreta of animals, etc. So when waste is generated, one have to make sure that it is clean. Otherwise, when waste keeps on accumulating, it would become a disastrous situation for one to survive. Now, let's study about segregation of garbage. The first step in dealing with garbage is to separate useful part of the garbage. That is the part which can be converted into compost, which can be recycled or reused, from the non-useful part which cannot be used at all. When waste is generated, one has to make sure that it is clean. Otherwise, when waste keeps on accumulating, it would become a disastrous situation for one to survive. Let us study how segregation of garbage is done. The first step in dealing with garbage is to separate useful part of the garbage. That is the part which can be converted into compost, recycled or reused, from the non-useful part which cannot be used at all.
Swasth Hi Seva, a part of government's initiative to fulfill Gandhi's dream of clean India. Here, we see the ladies are segregating garbage into biodegradable and non-biodegradable. And here is our Honorable Prime Minister, Mr. Narendra Modi, the devout Gandhian who preaches and performs what he says. He has joined the women in segregating the garbage and talked to the women about effective segregation in Mathura, Uttar Pradesh. A true leader, so true to his deeds and words, a remarkable gesture indeed. Here at home also, segregation can be done using different bins, and we can say that the collection of different components of garbage separately at the point of its generation is called segregation of garbage. The materials that can be recycled, say reusable paper, which are not completely soil or oil, and all kinds of your rubber, plastic, glass, fabric, wood, and even part of your e-waste goes to the blue bin. The waste is then sent for recycling. Anything that can't be recycled, reused, or all hazardous waste goes to another bin, while the entire kitchen waste, plant and animal waste are collected in green bin. These wastes are sent directly to composting site.
Now, let us categorize waste. All the waste that we generate can be categorized as biodegradable waste and non-biodegradable waste. Biodegradable waste is one which gets easily decomposed by natural agents like air, water, microorganisms like bacteria, fungi, etc. Biodegradable waste ultimately gets dissolved and becomes a part of the soil. It adds nutrients to the soil and makes it fertile. Different types of waste materials take different amount of time. Biodegradable wastes are not a threat to the environment. So let's study about the uses of biodegradable waste. For making compost, which is an organic manure, it is used for making a source of energy known as biogas in the biogas plant. In the absence of oxygen, biodegradable waste decays and produces a gas called methane, which is used as fuel for cooking, for heating and for generating electricity. However, we should not burn this biodegradable waste. Farmers too often burn the husks, dried leaves and part of crop plant in the field after harvesting. Burning of these produces smoke and gases that are harmful to our health. Instead of burning, we should convert into compost. Now, we will learn about non-biodegradable waste. The substance that cannot be broken down by natural factors and acts as a source of pollution are called non-biodegradable waste. They need to be recovered, reused or reduce the use and to be recycled. They remain on earth for thousands of years without any degradation. Examples can be toys, shoes, comb, pen, plastic bottles, toothbrush, glass, metals, etc. To understand better, let's perform an activity. Dear students, let us perform an activity today on the study of biodegradable and non-biodegradable substances.
So here we have collected some garbage from our house. Here we have tea leaves, potato peels, onion peel, eggshell, pressed pepper, leaves, then biscuit wrapper, disposable plastic, glass, electric cell, sellotape, nail, and we will group this differently as group 1 and group 2. Now let us divide the contents of this into 2 separate heaps. Divide into 2 separate heaps. These 2 heaps will be A, B, C, and D. Yes. Now put 1 heap from group 1 and 1 heap from group 2 in plastic bags. And fry it. Fry it. Now all the 4 heaps will be put in a separate pit and covered with soil. Then after 4 days we will remove the soil and see the changes. Whether the color hasn't changed to black or whether they have got foul smell or any other observation we will be noting down in our laboratory notebook. Now let's go to our garden and put all these heaps in the pit that we have dug. Okay? Okay, let's go. So these are the 4 pits. We will put the heap separately into different pits and cover with soil. We cover with soil.
After 4 days, we will remove the soil and we will observe the changes in the garbage. We will see if a black color and no foul smell soil is obtained or not. If so, it indicates that the rotting of garbage is completed. We will put the heaps again in the pits and covered with soil. We will observe again after every 2 days, and the observation would be noted in your laboratory notebook. We will observe the following: whether the garbage rot only partially or rot almost completely but still smells bad, not changed at all, garbage in which heap was seen to rot and which did not rot. We have to enter the options 1, 2, 3 and 4 in the columns of the table 16.1 based on your observations. And any other observations are there, we should note it down. So, non-biodegradable waste are the kind of waste. They are not affected by harsh weather conditions, humidity, pressure, temperature. So, these wastes do not contribute to the environment. They are increasing the size of huge wasteland. Plastic being the biggest threat to the environment, it takes hundreds of years to break down. I hope you all have got a clear understanding of the biodegradable and non-biodegradable waste. Well, dear students, when we peel off fruits and vegetable skin or generate any sort of waste, it is necessary to dispose it properly. Careless lying garbage attracts disease-causing insects. There would be foul smell. that would be due to growth of bacteria that would be the source of many diseases and infections. So, garbage needs to be disposed of properly. Let us look at the various methods of garbage disposal, like composting, landfill, vermicomposting, recycle of paper, disposal of plastic waste. Now, let's see what composting is.
The biodegradable domestic garbage, like the waste from kitchen, peels of fruits, vegetables, fallen leaves, etc., are put down in a pit near the landfill and covered with sand. It can also be done at home, where the waste can be cut into pieces or shredded using a shredder to get smaller chunks. It can be mixed with upgrade powder, which is a choco paste solution enriched with microbes, which turns the waste into organic manure. After about 3 months, the color of these useful waste becomes black due to complete decomposition of organic waste by bacteria, fungi, and other organisms under controlled aerobic conditions, that is, occurring in presence of oxygen.
Here we observe that there is no foul smell. This process of converting plants and animal waste materials into manure by rotting is called composting. The compost thus obtained is a natural fertilizer. It is used as manure for the proper growth of the plant. It can be put in kitchen garden, agricultural field, or your favorite flower pots. The garbage that we generated are taken away by Safai Karamcharis from the bins in trucks. The trucks then takes the garbage to the low-lying area called landfill.
Dear students, here is a short video clip extracted from a documentary film, The Garbage Story, based on Bangalore city. Let's see here what a landfill is. The garbage truck collects garbage from the locality. The truck then travels at night to transfer all this garbage to open, low-lying areas which contain deep trenches known as filling areas. The non-useful part of the garbage, which cannot be turned into compost, which cannot be recycled or reused, are disposed of in these deep trenches filling areas known as landfill.
The garbage is spread over the landfill and covered with a layer of soil to level the uneven ground. Once the landfill is completely filled, it is usually converted into park or a playground. No building is constructed on the landfill site for at least the next 20 years because it has loose ground.